So there's something I feel very strongly about right now, and I don't know how it's all going to unfold. I'm hoping that I don't have to actually go down to Angola myself. I'm hoping that I'm going to get some kind of news update or call around and find out what has happened to this woman, Jackie Shroyer, who went down to Angola on a missions trip with her husband and her 5 kids. And her husband was murdered, and she got taken into custody and arrested as if she was the one who did the murder. The accusation by the Angolan authorities is that she was the mastermind behind hiring 3 men to murder her husband, and that she paid them $50,000 to do it. And it seems there's no hope for her. The United States Embassy, there are so many stories out there. They aren't coming for people. They aren't coming to save people. The Angolan government basically has her under their thumb and can decide what to do with her. And the governments down there are corrupt. If they want to save face for their country, to ensure tourism and a good look, they can blame it on this innocent woman. And what they've said is totally disgusting. They said that the person that she hired was a household security guard who she's been having an affair with. So a lot of American and international, news articles are being published, and they're saying pastor's wife murders him because she's having an affair. And the guy was never a pastor, and so that's a lie. They're trying to paint it like, ooh, Christians are evil and gross or something. And then they say that the woman actually had the affair when there is no evidence of that whatsoever. Zero evidence. And saying that she paid $50,000, which is just, there's no evidence for that either. This woman hasn't even had a trial yet, but all the media outlets are painting her guilty, and all of the comments from people who are sitting in a privileged position like you and I, where we're comfortable and we're somewhere safe. We're not in Angolan prison, right? We have the privilege of not being there, but that woman is sitting in prison, probably hoping and praying that somebody is coming to save her. But the comments under these news articles for, they are all saying that she's dumb because none of this stuff makes sense. So many things about this story don't make sense. Like, a mother of 5 children, devoted to her husband, and she's going to throw all that away for the sake of a 24-year-old criminal, okay? Because the guy who was hired to be their security guard was a criminal. Like, she's going to live in a third world country for the rest of her life, living in sin. Like, I've been to a third world country before, spent 6 weeks living like that, and I would never want to go back there for like even an hour. Like, I like having hot showers and clean food and safety, and I can walk around and live my life, and I basically live in absolute paradise compared to a third world country. It just doesn't make any sense. And the whole affair thing as well is just I can't believe that anybody even believes this story. Her name's Jackie Shroyer again. And, I'm not confident that she's getting any help at all. According to her late husband's sister, they were given a contact for the Angolan authorities, and the guy is pretending that he doesn't speak English. He only speaks Portuguese. The she can't get an email address for the guy who allegedly doesn't speak English. That word allegedly isn't used in most of the articles for this woman, Jackie Shroyer. They're all just saying she's guilty and how evil and terrible she is. She's actually just suffered her husband being murdered and her being in jail, and who knows what's happening to her. And, her 5 children, what's happening to them. And, it's one of the only things in writing that I read. I was telling my husband I was crying about this. I was freaking out about this situation because nobody believes her. Nobody in the Western world believes her, and so nobody's coming for her. And that is just like well, all that being said, that's the thing that's bothering me the most, is nobody's coming to save her, even though she deserves to be saved. And all these false accusations are flying, and the media outlets are largely to blame, but also all the people who believe the media outlets, unbelievably. And then one of the only things that I've seen from Jackie Shroyer that's in writing is that there's nothing worse than a lost child, except for the lost children that nobody is looking for. And you know what? That's why she wanted to go to Angola, is to help those kinds of children. And she became that child herself. Nobody's coming for her. I don't know what to do. Maybe posting a video on YouTube will help something. For now, I'm just waiting. But please be a voice, and please use your mind. Don't fall for this corruption where the media tries to paint stories about Christians being hypocrites or, whatever. She's, everything that I've been able to look up on her, she's a very devout, sincere Christian, and she deserves to be saved. She deserves to have her life back as much as possible. She deserves justice, especially for what was done to her husband, who she obviously was very close to and devoted to, based on, the interviews that I've seen with her before all of this happened. So please keep her in your prayers, and if you have any opportunity to help her in some way, please take action. Amen.